did for one of our classes in BYU Idaho Online. The course is CIT 260. The name of the game is Conquering Conqueror. We developed this game over a semester. It has arrays, static and non-static variables in it. It also has enums, array lists, lots of stuff in it that make the game work. It's all based out of Java. So let's get to seeing the game and a little bit of explanation of some of the components within it. There we go. We started the game. First off, it asks us for a name. Now there are some checks here. You must enter more than 3 characters for the game to accept, more than 2 characters for the game to accept your name. So if we hit just like JA, it says error, input is invalid, must be at least 2 characters. Please enter your name again. So we'll put my full name in there. And now we started the game. This is some of the things we can do. We can load a game, save a game, go to the help menu, learn about the game. So let's go to the help menu first. So what do you want to do? We want to learn about the game first. So we'll go there. Here's a little synopsis of the game and what it's supposed to do. Sargon the Great is trying to conquer the Akkadian Empire in Mesopotamia. He's invading neighboring city-states and demanding that they show allegiance to him. The journey of the player will start in the city of Ur and travel through Lagash and Adab on your way to the capital city, Akkad. And along the way, you'll gather weapons, food, make friends that you can add to your team so that you can better defeat the enemies. So how's our strength calculated? So strength is determined by how full or hungry or thirsty the user is. Strength that is earned from experience in battle, and strength points that come from weapons. How do we move around in the game? It's not a very big game. It's a 5x5 map, but we can only move north, east, south, and west. You're out in position 0, 0, which means you cannot move north from there or west, but you can move east and south and then work it out from there. So if we hit Q, back to the main menu, and let's go to start the game. It says, welcome, Jason. Are you ready to conquer the conqueror? So first thing we can do is look at the map, see where we're at. So this is where we'll start. The map is populated randomly by different things. This where we're at right now has food. This has forget what the C is. This is a villain, more food. We got some drink, another villain. It's all there. We can check our inventory. We can check the inventory for weapons, food, drink. We can save the game if we want. We can print inventory report. Do we have any weapons? Don't have any weapons. About food. So we go to the food menu, asks us what we'd like to eat, drink, save, or see available food, see a short list. So if we eat our food, we don't really have anything in our pack yet. So if we were to, we hit V, we can eat V. Now our health is increased to 8. So if we quit that, go back. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over this F. F is a simple for loop, which will loop through all of the food types, which are right here, and will display it and print out to the screen. The available food items are, so we'll do that. So we'll do this, a simple for loop. So we'll do that. And it says the available food items are venison, goat, dates, grapes, locust, lamb, and berries. So it cycles through the entire loop, the entire array, until it gets to the end of the array and then stops. That's what it's supposed to do. Now the next one right here, this is a for loop with an index. What the index will do is it will start at a certain location and end in a certain location within the array. So we're going to start position 2. So remember, arrays start at 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And because it is less than or equal to 4, it will also print 4. So let's do A. So dates are food for the game. Grapes are food for the game. Locusts are food for the game. So if we do save, ask us where to save it. It's not ready to go yet. So let's go back out to the main menu. We've done all that. So we go to food and drink. We did that already. So we hit Q again. I got the main screen. The travel also in the game. So this is where we want to go. Like I said earlier, since we start at position, this will be our location. Our location is 0, 0, which means we cannot go north. So if we hit north, we get a message that says you cannot move north. Let's try and move west. Cannot move west either because our position is 0, 0. But we can move south, so let's move south. We're now at position 1, 1. And we can move east again, east if we want. We're now at position 1, 1. View the map. We are right here. This food right here. So we explore the area. It'll tell us what we have. So we found a high in need of help. To rescue them, you must enter 2 bases and the height of a trapezoid in order to calculate its area. Its area is 50. Please enter the numbers below. We have to enter the number correctly to answer this question correctly in order to add this hero to our list. So I'm not really sure what calculation is for this, so we'll just put in some random numbers. So since we got it wrong, we'll just do no since we don't know what it is. Let's try again. Let's see. If you found Akai, need of help, recommend enter 2 bases and the height of a trapezoid in order to calculate its area. Its area is 50. Please enter the numbers below. I'm not sure what would be, so we'll just do no. If there's a villain there, we can attack the villain. So we'll try and attack, see what happens. There's a villain there, so let's attack with the sword. We've attacked it. Sword does 8 damage, and the villain has been defeated. So let's see, we have any. Check another one here. See our loot, our weapons, our team. We have nobody in our team, so we need to back out of that. So back out of that. So that's our game. That's like a fun game. Once everything is set up and working the way it's supposed to be. I had a fun time creating this game. So if we queue out all the way back to the beginning, if we hit F, it's just like hitting Q. Quit. Back out of the main menu. Back out. Close out. Looks like it's not set up correctly. But anyway, that's the game. As I was saying earlier, there are also static and non-static variables. We'll go over that. This right here is a non-static variable. Because we have to call the variable, and we have to have a variable and a variable for it, and then call it again. And then this right here would be a static variable. Since the variable has already been called, it's already been set up. This right here is calling the static variable directly. You can also call it with a class name as well. This right here would be a class name. Right here, invalid option. No, this would be a class name. Do action class name right there, stream selection. That would be calling a class name. Okay, so there are different types of arrays in Java. There are enums, arrays, and array list. So earlier, right here, this is an array. We created this array so we could do the index and loop through and get just the things that we needed from it. This right here is an enum. We use the enums because we do not want this stuff to be changed at all during the game. This is constant. The only way it can be changed is if we come in here and manually change it. If we were to use an array or an array list, those can be updated through the game if we wanted. Now we also have an array list. Right here, we have a list of heroes, the array list. We have a hero wizard, a hero knight, and hero high. We also have an array list of villains. These are our villains. And we have an array list of food as well. That's the food. And we have drinks as well, and weapons. All those are array lists. Now, those can be updated through the game if we wanted to do that. And we use an array list also because these are different types of arrays. An array can only have one type, either integer or long or characters can all be in the array. But with an array list, you'd have multiple things, like right here. This is a character. This is an integer. These can be, it's basically multiple arrays put together to all work together in one thing. With an array or an enum, you cannot do that. So also in our game, we have some exceptions. Down here at the bottom, we have a game control, a movement, and a wins exception. So we can go up here to game control, and we have an exception in here, which is for saved current game. So this throws the game control exception. If we enter something that is not valid within this section of code, it will drop down here and catch the exception, and it will throw the game control exception. It will throw the exception in the area where the error occurred. Another good thing about exceptions is that if an exception does occur, the program is halted until the error is occurred. The error that occurred is fixed. If we don't use the exceptions, if an error occurs, you get down here, get a bunch of red errors and stuff, and the game will just basically crash and stop, and you have to start all over. So this keeps that from happening. And it also gives a better explanation of what is going on. So we have one there, and we have one here. If anything's incorrect in this, trying to write the game to a location, it will throw the error. And one more thing within our game is that in Java, there are two different types of streams, a byte stream and a character stream. A byte stream only sends 1 byte at a time to a location, either to the screen or to the printer or to the hard drive, which is good in its time, but it only really works with Western-based languages like English or German. Something actually has actual letters in it, but it doesn't work with Arabic or Japanese or Chinese or something like that. So eventually, to overcome that problem, the Java developers came up with a character stream. The character stream is this will be using a character stream. It will print out all of these as a character. This will be printed, and this, and this, and this, and it doesn't necessarily have to be, it can be anything. It'll print it all out to the screen or the hard drive or the printer. And it works a lot better And it's faster since it does it by the character and not by the byte. And it doesn't matter what the format of the data is. In my opinion, the character stream is a better option since it prints out everything to the screen at once or to the hard drive at once, and not, just the P and the R and the I and the N and the T. It does it all at one time. So that is our game, Conquering Conqueror. As you can see, it pretty much mostly functions the way it's supposed to. A few little errors that need to be worked out. Like I said, I had enjoyed creating the game. I really had fun doing it. Our team was great. We did a good job. Enjoy the video, and maybe eventually you'll be able to play our game. Y'all have a great day.